I want to talk about how we can set up a minimum sales price. By doing this, we can ensure that you restrict the ability to sell something for below its stated price. It's a great safeguard for your business to use in any setting. To set this up, first we go to the stock code, and in the price level section, we can add an entry called minimum sale price. By doing this, we can ensure that you restrict the ability to sell something for below its stated price. It will check the cost of goods with a markup, in this case, 10%, and it then compares it to the price you're about to sell it for. If the cost of goods plus markup is a higher price than what you have set on your job, it will either pop a warning or actually refuse to complete the sale, depending on how you have the security set up. It's really handy to make sure that you always make at least some margin on your products. If we go to Tools and Security, look in the Jobs section and scroll down to Stock on Jobs, we can then find a setting named Allow to Sell Stock for Less than Minimum Price. This is ticked by default, which means that when a user attempts to sell a piece of stock for below the stated price, Jim2 will pop a warning stating that the price is lower than the set minimum. If it is unticked, the user will get the same message, but it will not allow the sale to continue. As an example, I have this set up on the chocolate biscuits item, so let's try and sell one. Let's try and sell one for 1 cent. As you can see, the warning tells us the minimum price for this stock and gives us the option to either continue by pressing yes or change the price to the minimum by pressing no. We can apply this en masse as well to a list. Depending on how you set your pricing, this may be a bit easier or a bit harder to implement. If you're already using pricing templates, it's very easy. But if you're not using price templates, you should maybe run a test on just a few items at first to ensure that your current pricing will not be affected by adding the minimum sales price. If we go to Tools, Setups, and in the Stock section, we can find Price Templates. We can create a template or edit an existing one to include the minimum sales price. If we're editing an existing template, we can add minimum sales price, and when we hit save, it will update each piece of stock that is using that template currently. And if you're not currently using templates, we can add a new one. Well, I've already got one that name, which is absolutely fine. But now we can go to a list, we can right click and select Apply Price Template to All. Simply select the pricing template that you'd like to use and it will apply to everything in the list. I will warn at this point that doing anything en masse carries a risk. And by that I mean, if you make a mistake on one item, it's really easy to fix. But if you make a mistake on a large number of items, it becomes a lot harder. So if you're unsure about this process but would like to perform it, you should contact our support team for assistance. Now,